Another story related to surveillance has to do with something called Standard Operating Procedure 303, which you may have never heard of, and I honestly forgot about until recently, until I wrote this story. The anti-media called it, "The U.S. government has an internet kill switch, and it's none of your business." The Supreme Court has refused to hear a petition concerning the Department of Homeland Security's secretive internet and cell phone kill switch program. On Monday, the Supreme Court declined to hear a petition from the Electronic Privacy Information Center that sought to force the Department of Homeland Security to release details of a secret kill switch protocol to shut down cell phone and internet service during emergencies. Epic has been fighting this battle since 2011, seeking to release the details of the program, which is only known as Standard Operating Procedure 303. Epic writes, on March 9, 2006, the National Communications System approved Standard Operating Procedure 303. However, it was never released to the public. This secret document codifies a shutdown and restoration process for use by commercial and private wireless networks during national crisis. In a 2006-2007 report, the President's National Security Telecommunications Advisory Committee indicated that Standard Operating Procedure 303 would be implemented under the coordination of the National Coordinating Center, while the decision to shut down service would be made by Homeland Security advisors or individuals at the DHS. This report indicates that the NCC will determine if a shutdown is necessary based on a series of questions. What those questions are, we don't know. And despite Epic's recent defeat at the hands of the Supreme Court, the 4-year court battle yielded a heavily redacted copy of Standard Operating Procedure 303. And we don't know anything about this. You can look at it. Most of it has been removed. But just a little background. This fight originally started, some of you may remember this because I was definitely around for this. In 2011, there was a homeless man named Charles Hill shot and killed by the Bay Area Rapid Transit Police, the BART police, basically just bus cops, train cops. And this shooting sparked massive protests against the Bay Area Rapid Transit throughout July and August of 2011. And during one of these protests, BART officials cut off cell phone service inside 4 transit stations for 3 hours. This kept anyone on the station platform from receiving or sending phone calls, messages, or any other data. In July 2012, Epic submitted a Freedom of Information Act request. Again, the Freedom of Information Act request. This is why you need to learn how to use them and to put them to your advantage. But Epic requested the DHS hand over the full text of Standard Operating Procedure 303, the full text of the predetermined series of questions that determines if a shutdown is necessary, and any executing protocols related to the implementation of SOP 303 distributed to the DHS and other federal agencies. Of course, the DHS fought the release of these documents, and Epic went back and forth. First, one court ruled in their favor, another court overturned that ruling, and since then they had to take it to the Supreme Court. And what I say here is, with the Supreme Court's refusal to address Epic's petition, the issue seems to have reached a dead end. The American people are once again left in the dark regarding the inner workings of another dangerous and intrusive government program. It is only through the hard work of activists and groups like Epic that we are at least aware of the existence of this program. But knowing bits and pieces about the protocol is not enough. In order to combat such heavy-handed measures, we need to have access to the government's own documents. Hopefully, there is already a whistleblower preparing to release these details. And I mean that. If you're out there and you have access to this information or any documents of information that the people need to know, share it. Your conscience will be clean. Just put it out there. Don't waste your time working for the people that will only cast you aside whenever you no longer serve their purposes.